Hey guys, my name is Grace and welcome back to my channel. Like bro, I want to quit now. Hospitals in California. In this video, I'll be talking about why I chose nursing and some of the questions that I got on my Instagram. So I'll be kind of talking in English and having my subtitles here. But the first question that I got was, why did you choose nursing? And this question is probably the most asked questions I've gotten ever since I chose nursing, probably. So since I was like 19. Long story short, which I think I would have to make a whole new video on this specifically, but in short, standards that I had when I was choosing my career. And first one was that I wanted to directly help people, and second was that I wanted to work with people. I wanted to be surrounded with people, not just in labs doing research or dealing with computer, you know what I mean? I'm such a people person that I needed people to be around. So I don't know much about what pharmacists do, but I feel like they don't really see patients as much as nurses do. I feel like, nursing was where my passion was at. Probably the third reason was that I wanted to do something that was more expertise in something. So yes, I thought about doing marketing because so many friends of mine were like, Grace, I could see you doing marketing and all that. And I was like, yeah, I could see myself too, but I felt like I could do marketing without the major. So I was like, oh, I want to do something that I can only do after finishing a degree and having that degree. Second question was, what is the culture like at my hospital? And I feel like it really varies because I've been in several hospitals in California. Some of them were really great. Some of them were a little toxic, but some good hospitals have really, really good work culture that you want to just go to work. When I had clinicals at certain hospitals, all the nurses would call the nursing students and have them come and them start IVs and do all that. And I was just always grateful for that. And I feel like having a really good management and leadership is another big thing. I feel like I've only been in really big hospitals because I used to be in one of the biggest hospitals in California, and then right now where I'm working at is also kind of big hospital. I don't know as far as benefits and how small hospitals treat nurses, because I feel like that could vary too. Some hospitals that have union are also better, I heard. Tips on how to communicate well with patients, basically, because they asked me in Korean, so I'm trying to translate it. I feel like I usually treat them like my grandpa or grandma, you know what I mean, because they're usually older, so I'll always be hey, I wouldn't be because I feel like if I were to be in Korea, I would have to be very oh, I don't really know what it's like in Korea, oh, sweetheart, I always do that. I don't know if that's rude, but I'm oh, sweetheart, let's do this, let's do that, and then there are some patients that are pretty racist, especially my population, that the population in the states I'm in right now, in New England, and it's really bad to the point where you see so many patients that are they're just so shocked to see Asian, it's that bad. But I feel whenever they say something really, really rude, and I've been with this patient for let's say 3 days, I'll be that's so rude, you can't say that type of thing, because they'll be oh, I don't know, obviously oh, are you from China, or there are some really, really mean things that they said, and I was that's so rude, you're not supposed to say that. I'll just correct them and be that's so rude, you don't say that. And I feel my nursing school really prepared me to be good with communicating with patients, because I felt that was also my priority, because obviously you learn all these nursing knowledge in school, but clinicals is the only place that you can learn how to communicate and how to interact with patients. I just never felt really nervous around patients, which I think if you're nervous, patients can really tell. They know, very confident, and yeah, take good care of them. Another question that I got was, is it actually possible to have work-life balance as a nurse? And I would say for this one, I would say yes. As long as you're not working 5 shifts a week, which I did for like, I think 6 weeks. And I was like actually dying. But it was pretty doable because I was in the States instead of California. I feel like it would have been really hard for me. Like I wouldn't even have picked up 5, like, you know. But if you're only working 3 shifts a week, I feel like you get so much more time to do other things. If you're doing nights, it's kind of hard because you're having to sleep the next day. So the whole day of the day after you work night shift is pretty much gone. So nights is a little difficult, but still doable. And day shift, I feel like you get 4 days off, so do whatever you want. Just cooking more, doing that kind of thing. You can do whatever, but there's not much around here. So another question: to deal with burnout without quitting. I want to quit now. Yeah, I want to quit now. I'm just kidding. What's your go-to routine after a brutal shift? I've had so many. And sometimes you have to like really vent. Like you need to find someone that would like listen to you just vent out. And which like I'm so thankful because I have so many of my like coworkers or like friends, families that would like listen to me. So they would be like, oh, like how was your shift? And like sometimes I don't even want to talk about it. Like it really depends. Like if you had a brutal shift, you can like go off or you just like kind of shut off. You're like, nope, I'm not talking because it was just that bad. I'm usually the type to like not talk much if it's that brutal. But if it was just like something like one thing that's annoying, I'll be like, bro, like I'll come to my roommate and be like, bro, like this happened, like no way. I think that's pretty much it. Obviously my routine after my night shift would be like, as soon as we get home, we don't even sit down because I feel like our scrubs are so dirty. So like we run to the bathroom. I literally told my roommate, I'm like, we're not touching anything. Then we run to our bathroom, take a quick shower, wash our hair. Like we literally feel like sometimes we want to bleach our body. Like it's so gross. But after that, like dry my hair, eat good food. And I use these like heated eye masks and like just sleep. And I feel like that's pretty good for me. And sometimes just gotta have to like, you know, you just gotta watch some YouTube videos. Just do whatever makes you feel good because you deserve it all. There's so many questions and I like love it. Do you ever get used to codes or rapid responses? I feel like I've gotten pretty used to it because like I worked in the ER for about a year in California. So it is pretty not normal, but I'm like, oh hey, like, and I like the first time I had my code or like seeing code was pretty shocking because it was in the ICU and when my patient was like, you know, desatting and like having that cardiac arrest and starting the code blue and things like that. Like what was really traumatizing was obviously doing CPR like with my own hands and like doing it on like an actual patient, but also it was like the family members like reactions were really like traumatizing to me because it was 80-something-year-old female that was like coding, and then it was like her daughter and like she was outside of the window and then she was just like putting her hand over and like just praying, sobbing with like her husband and like her children, and it was just really like emotionally a lot. There was a lot of pressure on like, oh, like if I don't do this right, like I can't, you know, like save this patient type of thing. Working in the ER also like really helped me because they were like, ER nurses are built different. Like when they do that, they're like pew, 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 pew. And I'm like, oh great, like you guys are so cool. So I feel like I always wanted to do that, and I could see myself being an ER nurse too, so I was like, I want to be like them, and then I could actually blend in at one point. So I don't know, I'll answer a few more and come back with part 2. Is nursing school or actual nursing harder? Like nursing school, it was hard because you were having to deal with learning new contents that like college life and going to clinicals and studying for exams and a lot of life happening, having to deal with studying a lot, I feel like, and a lot of pressure in that. But nursing is more like having to balance life and work, obviously, but also emotionally just draining because you're at bedside taking care of your actual patients and you're responsible for it. So the pressure goes to you. The 5 lives that you're taking care of goes to kind of you, versus like the pressure that you had in nursing school was not so much of like the patient's lives, but it was more of the workload that you had. So I feel like that's the biggest difference. I remember saying like, at least you go to like work and make money and not have to worry about exams. And it's true, but I low-key miss exams. Like, I feel like I learned so much in nursing school. I always had fun like studying for it, and obviously I'm learning a lot in my floor too. But it's just kind of like different level of, you know, difficulties. Last question. Let's see. Do you prefer days or nights? Okay, I'm gonna do that on part 2, and I can answer more questions if I get time. So maybe I'll be back tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for watching.